I love showtime. I love rehearsal. I love the costumes. I love the crazy. I loved all of it. My grandmother, basically, Miss Linda, she has always had a dream since she was a little girl to always open up a dance studio. So she left Pennsylvania and she moved to California when she was 18 years old. She left her parents, she left all her family and everyone she knew to come out here to be a professional dancer. She ended up falling in love with Mr. Bill and starting a family, and so obviously that dream didn't happen. And in her late 50s, she was retired and she just had this passion of, she started subbing again. She started subbing at different studios in the San Fernando Valley. And basically, she just had this crazy dream and everyone was like, you're too old, you can't do it, it's not gonna be successful. And she just decided, and she went all over the valley and she found the little place where we now are in Porter Ranch. And she basically decided to go for it, and literally people were like, you couldn't do it. And she just went for it. And basically at that time I was in middle school and I was already dancing and fully into my own professional dance career, I guess, and basically encouraged her. And basically because of that, we opened 2000, I think it was 2001, and she opened it. And the only student she had was me, and we just hoped people would come. And we literally had a crappy desk, one chair, two fold out like little seats, and we just had the wood floor. And literally we just hoped people showed up, and then we were open for 20 years.
When it started out, I was still working as a CFO for the company and everything.
Oh, wow.
So I was basically, started out and everything else. We were still living in Canoga Park. So I was, working, so she was at the studio during the thing. So I was only up there on the weekends doing my janitorial work.
And so it was kind of that thing where she is like the epitome of someone who goes after their dreams and pursues something even when everyone tells you not to. And she created a whole community.
After I retired, we moved up to Porter Ranch because the studio was up there and the kids were up there. And so then I started having to spend more time at the studio.
My second memory is when they put the floors down, they put the mirrors up, and us putting the picture frames on the wall, and her just being like, I hope someone comes and I hope someone shows up. And it was just me, and I just remember us being like, whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. And I remember like her calling me the first time. She's like, we have a student. And I remember that too. I remember her getting her first like non-me student.
Hi, Mom. Just wanted to say congratulations on everything you've accomplished with the dance studio, and also wanted to say how proud I am of you. It seems like just yesterday that we were going down to the Van Nuys City Hall area to get all the paperwork signed, and then they would send us back for a signature, and we'd go back. Then they'd say, go now do this paper. I don't know how many times we went down to that area, but it was fond memories, and I enjoyed going there and supporting you.
Throughout her entire life, she kept her passion, and she still was like following her dream and doing what she loved.
Well, it's just her putting it all together, and that was a neat thing because it's following her dream.
This is Laurel Stevenson. I'm your daughter-in-law. I have been around since the beginning. When you first started Dance Dance Dance, I was just dating Brian, and then we got married that next year. So at that point, I was not involved in the studio at all, but I was there when I saw you putting everything together, and I did not realize how much Dance 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 was going to become a part of our life. Lily and Braden, once they were around, I know they were part of that studio from the time they were very little. I know they have great memories there, playing there as kids and starting lessons at like age 2.
And my grandmother, at a very young age, she just knew that I loved to dance. And so she always encouraged me, and I didn't have the courage for a long time because I'm a perfectionist. And ironically, I went to like another dance studio for like 2 other studios when I was younger, and she supported me the whole way. And every day after class, she actually went to Home Depot and she got me laminate and mirrors and a fake ballet bar. And every day after class, we would practice for an hour. And every day after school, she used to pick me up from school. We would practice my dances every single day for 30 minutes to an hour. So she totally, before even the studio, she was very involved in helping me practice and helping me kind of create this sense of like, if you're gonna do this, you have to do it all the way.
Hi, Linda.
Hi, Linda.
My mom and I just wanted to thank you and everyone at Dance 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 for opening up the studio in my neighborhood when I was in fourth grade and teaching me to explore my unknown passion of dance, teaching me ballet, tap, lyrical, hip hop, jazz, point, and even one of your few baton students. And we love you so much, and I'll always cherish these memories.
Within the first week after I was born, I was already at the studio. I met all the teachers. I started in the combo with the ballet and tap, and so ballet and tap was like the ones that I'd done for the longest. But for a while, like ballet was like not my favorite. I definitely liked jazz and tap the most. And then as I got older, I kind of shifted. I was like, okay, like lyrical, like I really like that one.
Yeah.
And Broadway, that was really fun. I love that class. And so all of them were just fun. And like I grew connections with the teachers and the students, and that was just like, it was so fun, and each class was different.
My name is Autumn Moore. I danced there for 10 years, but I TA'd extra for like 3 more years, like 13 altogether. I took ballet, tap, jazz, Broadway, lyrical, and hip hop. And that's it.
And what did you teach?
I helped with Little Shepherds, so like the ballet and the preschoolers, and then I helped teach tap with Miss Linda, and I helped with Miss Sarah. I think it was like tumbling or something.
I taught all the classes on Saturdays. So I taught, the combos, the tumbling classes, and then the tap 3.
I learned like so many things about Miss Linda like throughout like all my years there. Like even like little things, like she'd help me like how to talk to the kids properly, like how to help them, like if they needed like help with like a step or something. So that was like the main thing she always helped me with. So
I always knew I'd be a teacher assistant because I was going to be a teacher assistant at another studio I was going to be at. So like teaching, I had no idea. My first class I ever taught was a jazz class. And the reason I taught it because I think there was a class like Hawaiian or something that got cut. And so I was like the pseudo like, hey, do you want to actually take on this class? And I taught a jazz class, and I think Juliana Romero was in it. I don't know. I can't remember who else was in it, but I just remember I taught this jazz class, and I was 15 and a half at the time, and I was terrified. And I remember it was to the Eurythmics. And I always loved being a teacher assistant. I took a lot of pride in it, and I loved working with my grandmother, of her being the teacher and me being the TA, and I loved the community and what we created together at that studio, because I feel like we really created this idea of like family oriented, and it was one of those things, it's because we are family, and then we tried to give that to our students. But me being a teacher, I don't think I ever thought I was going to be a teacher. I think it just happened, but I think it was one of the best blessings.
It's me, Juliana. I was a dancer at Dance 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 from 2004 to 2012, I think. And I had so many lovely and supportive instructors at Dance 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 that really transformed and created a safe container for me to express and learn more about myself as a young artist and dancer. And I send my deepest gratitude to Miss Linda, Miss Lexi, Miss Sarah, Miss Jessica, and the whole team for all the love that you put into your work and in your teaching.
My name is Yari. I was at the studio for 16 years. I took ballet, point, jazz, hip hop, tap, lyrical, Broadway, all of the classes basically.
I love that.
And then I actually taught like last year.
And what'd you teach?
I taught hip hop, and then I subbed for basically all of the other classes.
Hi Linda, I want to let you know what a pleasure it was working for you for 10 years. I want to thank you for welcoming me into your studio And what a coincidence it was that we were both from the same area in Pennsylvania. We had many great conversations together. I will never forget that you always called me your crazy dance teacher and that I made you laugh. I hope you and Bill are very happy in your retirement. It's time to relax and live it up. Please keep in touch. Love you.
I did like something when I was like 3 or 4, and then I did hip hop and tap. So this was in like 2012, 2013. My grandpa just passed away, so I was going through like a really hard time, and I was doing 7 dance classes, so it was a lot, and I was there like all the time. So then I told him, I was like, okay, like, Mr. Bill, you gotta come watch me. And he's like, no. I was like, please, like, come on, like, you can watch Lily, you can watch Brayden, and then watch me. And he was like, I'll think about it. And I was like, okay. And then like day of rehearsal, I remember the first dance I came on for, he was standing like right like in the center. And I was like, wow, like he really did come to watch me. And I was like, okay. And then next dance he was there, next dance he was there, he was still there. And I remember like I would go out to see like everyone else dance, and he'd just resume what he was doing. He wouldn't stand there for anybody else. So like it made me feel so good that like this man that is just a part of a dance studio I go to like was literally like my grandpa as well. Like I felt like I was lost after my grandpa died, and like Mr. Bill filled that in for me, so I didn't feel like alone.
My name is Jenna Rosen, and I was at the studio since I was 4.5 years old, so that's about 13 years. And the classes I took were, name some that I didn't. It was jazz, tap, ballet, Broadway, all of the works. I then was a TA for a couple classes, which was amazing and really allowed me to, grow my leadership skills. And then I actually was able to be a teacher. So, Linda gave me my first job. I taught the babies, and I also taught some hip hop and jazz classes for the older girls, and that was such a meaningful experience.
What was your favorite class you taught?
I loved teaching hip hop to actually Lily and her age girls. It was so cool to see them just gain confidence in their own dancing, and they killed it. We did a Beyonce dance, and it was just really incredible to see the studio had such a meaningful impact in my life and my teachers like Lexi and Sarah, Linda and Gigi and all of them. And the fact that I could make a mark in all of these young dancers' life was so magical.
Hi Linda! It's me, Emmy, and Katie, and we just wanted to say that we always had so much fun teaching at Dance 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 and getting to work with such awesome kids that you had at that studio.
And we wish you all the best in the future. Bye, Linda!
Bye!
My name's Jerry Ann Beret, and I was at the studio for maybe about 16 to 18 years, somewhere in between there. I was like there on and off. And the classes I took were like ballet, pointe, jazz, lyrical, tap, Broadway, and I think that's it.
My name is Rita Tagaro, although you may know me better as Tia. I've spent about 9 years in Dance 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 Studio, and throughout all those years, I just have to say that whenever I was there, I've always found friendship and happiness and laughter. I still remember all the times we just erupted in cheers for adding another textbook while we were doing the splits, or when we were celebrating just improving in our overall dances, and just the joy of discovering different moves in the form of the art. It was really fun.